All right, so real quick, someone had asked me what my video setup was on the Tracer. I guess I'll do both bikes here, but I'll put a link down in the bottom. There's this little ball mount, and it's actually anodized aluminum, and you just unscrew, either side, and it's not specific to the Tracer. You can use this on any bike, but you just go ahead and unscrew the mirror, and there's a hole in there. Slip it in, put the bolt through, and screw the thing back on. And then you have this very securely mounted to the bar, 1-inch standard Ram style ball mount. And then you can get whatever size extensions you want off Amazon. You get your GoPro mount, and you can put that, here, you can put it over there. You can get a long one, have it go over here. On this bike, I chose to do it this way because of where the dash is up high, and then this is all kind of up. So mounting it down here somewhere, you'd be looking right into all this crap. Even when you move that kind of down, it's still, you'd have to have this on a stalk, like way the hell up here. And it would be vibrating and moving around and stuff like that. So that was the way that I did that. This piece here and this, I can just loosen this and pop this off. And then on the R1, it just goes on there. And here, because the dash sits kind of almost below the triple clamp, I can put that extension in the camera, which I use a GoPro 10 Hero Black or whatever. That camera will sit right about here, and it'll shoot right through there. So it keeps it out of the wind, so you don't get all the wind noise, you just get motor noise, which is good. And you can also get the dash in view. So when you're on track or riding, you can see, okay, what gear am I in? The R1 especially has some extra goodies in there. So I can see how much brake pressure am I applying? How much is the suspension working? So if I were to push down on the back, well, with it being in a wheel chock, I don't know if it'll work, but you'll have your suspension also, just like you see the brake moving, how much brake pressure. You'll see your front and rear suspension working as well. I can see my gears, my RPMs, all that kind of stuff. So when you're on the track and you're trying to, critique your riding or see what it was you were doing at that particular time in that turn, it's nice to have all that telemetry data in there. So I use this. This just goes in. It's got a metal flange that expands when you tighten this, so it's very secure. But if I had to take this off for some reason, I just unscrew it and whoop, slide it out. Basically the way like a bar end works. So same kind of concept. So that mounts there, and so that upper mount, that little lever, that extension there with the GoPro, that just pops off there and pop it on here. So get whatever mounts work for your bike. This works real well for the sport bike. But for the Tracer, you need to be kind of off to the side so that your camera's gonna sit here, and you'll catch some of this in view, but you basically have all unobstructed around it. That was really the best way. I didn't want to mount something up here, because you just don't have a good surface to mount anything to. I mean, I'm sure I could epoxy or rig something up, but that kind of vibrates a lot more. This is just a lot more sturdy. So we'll put a link to this piece, and then the Ram mounts are just your regular Ram stuff. Just go to Amazon and look for a Ram GoPro mount, and they'll sell this, and Ram extensions, and you get that. Just make sure it's the 1-inch ball size. That's going to fit the adapter that I put in the link. So there you have it. That's my video setup. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do on the Ducati yet. I got to think about that. You just don't have a whole lot of real estate here to mount something. So we may have to do something like suction cup on the tank, or I don't know. Technically, I don't think this is an actual nut. This one works differently from, let's say, this one, where you put your top triple clamp on, and then this goes on and it pinches here, and then this kind of torques and holds that and secures that. The Ducati does it a bit differently. So there's a split here. So there's a bolt that comes in from the other side over here where my finger is. I'd have to turn the bars to get to it. And it grips what's that. So I think this is just a cap. I think that's just there to sort of fill in the hole and kind of look nice. I think we could probably pull that out and come up with a similar type of mount that would go into there, but I haven't really explored that yet. And my wife's not that, that interested in it. She doesn't video a lot of her stuff anyway, so, but that's how I would do that there. But anyway, back to that. Very simple, effective. Can't beat it. You can then move this around at different angles and swivel it if you wanted to catch your face, if you're vlogging. You can put one on this side and have it shoot forward, one on this side facing back if you got two cameras. Have a dual view, and that way you can have like a picture-in-picture or something. You can have you vlogging while in the corner of the video, while the main video would be shooting forward. I don't know, works pretty well.